Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of the Hooked and Happy podcast. This is my podcast where I share everything that has been keeping me hooked and happy over the last around about 3 weeks. My name is Jo. I'm a primary school teacher from Surrey in the UK. I live here with my husband, my 2 grown-up children, my dog Luna, who actually you can just see a little bit of here, and my cat Amber, who is behind you on the other sofa. Last time Amber made an appearance, maybe she will this time, maybe she won't. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have watched before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. This is a really small channel. It's growing very slowly, so I appreciate every single one of you who comes back and watches again. And to all those new subscribers since last time I recorded, thank you very much for finding me, for giving my videos a go and clicking that subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. If you do enjoy this video, please do give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new, and maybe a little comment. Comments are great to read. I love to hear where you're watching from, what you're working on. Or just, you know, if you can't think of anything to put in the comments, just give me a little wave emoji. That would be really great. So let's get into what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks. Okay, start with finished objects. I know that I cheated last time about finished objects, but I'm going to cheat again. My finished objects are just the squares that I have made for my long-term blanket project. So my blanket project, it lives in this giant Craft House Magic handmade bag. Looks like that's huge, isn't it? Bigger than my head. It's a lovely big bag, perfect for a great big blanket project. Okay, and this month's squares. So I'm using yarn from Suzanne at Green Lampin Yarn. I subscribe to her Blooming Lovely Blanket Club subscription. So the squares that I finished this month are the May collection. The flower is rose. Each month the focus is on a particular flower or plant. So for May it's the rose, and I have finished my squares and weaved in all the ends. I'm making squares from the Succulents Cow, what's it called? Succulents Cow Blanket Club, I think, something like that. Succulents Cow Blanket Pattern, that's it, by Mallory Crawl at Nauticrawl Crochet. And it consists of 2 different squares. It's a solid granny square and a sunburst granny square. So those are the 2 squares that I'm making. I'm making them using a 4.5mm hook. This is I love this hook. It's Knit Pro. I've got about 3 of them in 3 different sizes, and it's kind of flat on that side, and it's really nice to hold. Anyway, that's by the by, isn't it? Right, here are the squares that I have made. So we've got our solid and the starburst. So the light's a little bit yellowy today. I've had to put the main light on. It's a bit of a rainy day, which I'm loving, because after the absolute hot weather we've been having, I'm not a fan of really hot weather, and it's been really hot here in the UK. We're having a bit of a heat wave, but today it's raining and it's lovely. But it means that the light is not so good. So yeah, the light it's the false light of my lounge light, which is a bit yellowy. So here is that starburst and the solid, and this solid, and this starburst. So this yarn, as I said, it's Suzanne from Green Lampin Yarn, and it's DK weight yarn. So I get 4 DK minis each month, and I can make both of these squares easily, and I have these little bits left. Oh, I did weigh them. Oh, I've forgotten how much is left. It's only about, I think it's less than, it's about 5 grams, something like that, 5 or 6 grams. I think I spoke before, I've been thinking about what to do with them. At the moment, I'm just keeping them. I'm keeping them in each month. I'm keeping my completed squares in a bag like that, with the card to say which month it is and the leftovers. So once I've decided, I think I said I might do a jelly roll blanket with the leftovers, but that's nowhere near being started yet. So I'm just keeping them here for now. Yes, the yarn is, as I said, it's DK weight, 75% merino, 25% nylon. Yeah, you get 4 minis each month. The colours are lovely. It's really lovely seeing the colours and how the flower or plant has inspired the colour range. Yeah, so that's a cheating finished object. Okay, so on to whips. What's great about doing this podcast actually is that it's really motivates me to get on with whips and to kind of share the work that I do on them across the different projects, to make sure that I've got something to show and something to share. I have got a couple of things that I haven't worked on at all, but I mean I've got a lot of whips, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. Okay, so let's have a look. Let me just get my notes out, see what I said I was going to do first. Okay, my socks. So my socks are in this lovely bag. This bag is great actually. I'm loving using this bag for my socks. It was just bought for me as a wash bag, but actually it's just perfect for keeping my sock project in. So this pattern is the pattern called Socks for Dad, which is a pattern by Kay of Crazy Sock Lady. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the front of the pattern. There we go. So that's, oh, it's all right, Luna. Postman. Right, sorry about that. The postman came and Luna was very cross about it. But she's got a biscuit now and she's calmed down. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yes, I was telling you about my socks. So yes, as I said, it's the Socks for Dad pattern by Kay Litton, also known as Crazy Sock Lady, and I'm using this King Cole zigzag, so just some commercial sock yarn in the colour Mayfly. It's a 4-ply, 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. Yeah, and this is the colour. This is the Mayfly colour. I think I got this. I don't know if I said this before, but I think I got it in a mystery yarn pack that I bought. So it's just been sitting in my stash for ages. So I'm just making sure I make use of it. So let's get it out of. I'm holding it in this lovely needle holder by Rosie Retro on Etsy. And so last time I hadn't made any progress, had I? Because I'd kind of stopped. So last time I had got down to here where my stitch marker is. So now I have got as far as done the heel. Oh, let's get this a little bit twisted. There we go. So now I've got down to the foot. I've done the heel, turned the heel, done the gusset decreases, and now I am just going round and round for the foot. I've stopped doing the pattern though. I've decided to, can you see, I've stopped the pattern there. So as I've gone back to doing the foot, I decided not to do the pattern. I like it. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. It looks nice on the front. It's not very intuitive. It's not very memorable. So I was finding it a little bit tricky to keep going with that, and I don't know, I'm not enjoying this as I want to keep going, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I've enjoyed socks in the past. And I don't know if it's the yarn. The yarn is quite woolly, quite it's not itchy, but it's quite rustic, let's say. Is that a good word? So I don't know if that's what's stopping me. Actually, the pattern looks really good on the camera, doesn't it? It looks better than when I look at it. So yeah, there's the pattern. I'm just doing a plain foot, which, you know, I think that'll be fine. As I say, the yarn is really rustic, but actually I have tried it on my foot and it still feels really nice. It's amazing, isn't it, how wool can do that? You know, although it feels rough, it's not itchy, and I think they're going to be really, really warm. So yeah, somebody will enjoy those once they are finished. Be good for the winter, good for keeping feet warm in winter. So I'm just doing one at a time. I do sometimes do socks 2 at a time, which I think is a really good idea, so you don't get that second sock syndrome. But I forgot to wind off half the yarn before I started, so I can't do 2 at a time. But they are coming along. So let's get those back in there. So that is my first whip. Okay, next one is, let's see, I'll just pick one out of the basket. So here's my basket of whips that lives next to me on the sofa. So let's look at this one. Okay, so here is my lovely sheepy project bag here. And in here I have got my Felix Pullover, which I am loving. Okay, so this is, let's get my pattern out. Oh, it'll probably be on the screen, won't it? Because as you've seen last time, I've learned how to do that. So this is the Felix Pullover by, oh, is it Amy Christophers? I think it is. Anyway, it says it there, doesn't it? So the Felix Pullover, and I'm using this, oh, this ball's a bit of a mess, but I'm using this Sirdar dual spun Aran. These are in 200-gram balls. This colour is Daybreak Delta. This one is coming apart, this ball, because it's been rattling around in my project bag. And for this I am using 5.5mm interchangeable Knit Pro needles with my lovely stitch stoppers, needle stoppers, is that the right word? Anyway, last time I spoke to you, where's my marker? There it is, I'll put it on the back. So last time I spoke to you, I was here. I think I was talking to you about, because the fact that I had started twice, hadn't I? And I was still getting some mistakes in the top, and a lovely viewer said, don't worry about it, just fix it afterwards, it doesn't matter. And you're absolutely right, it doesn't matter. Yeah, what did someone say the other day? Progress, not perfection. Absolutely. I'm still such a new knitter. I'm nowhere near going to get perfection, and that's not what we should strive for, is it? It's about the process and about having a handmade finished object. So I was here, I was not quite ready to split for the sleeve. So as you can see now, let's get it the right way, I have split. So the sleeves are now on cables. What's this called? Barber cord, is it? And I'm just going round and round for the body. But oh, I have tried it on. I've tried it on before I went down for the body, and oh, I really love this, and I can't wait to wear it. But it is a good job it's summer, because it's going to be a while before I'm finished. Because this is going to be a lovely sort of autumn winter jumper. The yarn is lovely. I love the way the stripes, the colours on this yarn are so clever, really, because they're completely random. But it just, they're so nice the way they come up. The only thing I'm not sure what's going to happen is what happens when I attach yarn for the sleeves and how that's going to look. Is it going to jolt because it'll suddenly go onto a new ball or a new section of the yarn? Do I need to try and find that similar colour and start from there? I mean, both sleeves are going to be different because the yarn patterns randomly, so I'm not going to get them the same. So maybe it just doesn't matter and we just go with it. But yeah, it's really nice, really lovely pattern, and I'm really enjoying it. Oh, is that a thumbnail? Okay. yeah, lovely. Right. Oh, I didn't say about the socks, did I? I didn't say that I was making the socks on 2.5mm DPNs, which is how I make my socks. When I first started making socks, I tried using a small 9-inch circular, 9-inch circular needles, and I just couldn't get on with it. So, but as soon as I tried DPNs, I was away. So I'm sticking with that for the time being. Okay, what's the next project? Right, oh, this lovely, lovely bag. My lovely, lovely bag from Paula at Stitched by Mrs. D. George, the Highland Cow. She's just released some new bags, actually. She's released some Christmas in July bags, closely related to Rudolph the reindeer, and they're so nice with the Christmassy fabric and big red nose in the middle. They're really lovely. I didn't get one, but they look really nice. Okay, in here is my Vertex Unite. So last time we spoke, I was wading through that long section, and I was sort of, well, not moaning, but I was commenting on the fact that it was taking such a long time, but that I was hoping that it would be okay because that was the biggest section. And I think that's right, actually. I think because it was the biggest section, the rest of it's not going to be so bad. So bad, that sounds awful, doesn't it? I don't mean that it's bad, but I just, you know what it's like when something's long, when you're on the same bit doing the same thing for a long time. But yeah, now I'm on section 2 now. It's ever so tangled. Sorry, I'm talking to try and fill the time so I can sort it out. I should have sorted this out before. Didn't realise it was in such a tangle. Okay, so here we are. Where was I last time? So there's my marker here, the strawberry marker. So I had done all of this bit, so I just had this bit to go on that decrease on section 1. So now I have picked up for section 2. Oh, hang on, this is really difficult to show you while it's still on the needle. So I've picked up for section 2 here, and this section is shorter. It's decreasing all the time, actually. You can see here where the decreasing is happening, so it's going to get shorter each time. So yeah, I don't think anything is going to take as long as that first section. But if I just show you a bit of close up on the 2 colours that I'm using, I'll show you what they are. Okay, so I'm using these 2 colours. And they are, so the yellow, let me see if I can find the tag. That's not it. Yeah, not very organised today, because it's one of the Moons of the Year sock club from Green Lampin Yarn that I subscribed to last year. Oh, that's the purple. I think it's something like Corn Moon, but I can't find the little tag. Oh, here we go. Found it. Phew. Okay. Thought we were going to be here all day. Okay, so here we go. Green Lampin Yarn, and it's full corn moon. So it's a 4-ply, 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's superwash, and it's the classic sock base. And that's the lovely colour. Such a nice yellow. It's got sort of little bits, orangey bits in there as well, sort of pinky orange, which is lovely. And that is being striped with this one, which is, oh, I just found that tag, here it is, which is the Lonely Knitter, so dyed by Laura of the Lonely Knitter. I don't know if you watch her podcast as well. So that's her label there, and this one is Tiny Wimy on her Luxe sock base. I got this in a sale, actually. One of those she did a couple of months ago. She was selling some of her older yarns in a sort of mystery bundle, and I bought 2, So I didn't know what I was going to get, and this was the one I got, and it's called Tiny Wimy, which is a Doctor Who reference I now know, because it came up in an episode that I watched the other day. And so, yeah, those two are being striped together for section 2. I don't know if I've got a picture of the section that I'm working on at the moment. I could show you. No, I better not, because it's a paid for pattern, isn't it? So I don't want to give anything away, but if you know the pattern, you'll know the bit that I'm on. So yeah, it's a lovely drape actually. I think this is going to be lovely when it's finished, but it'll be interesting how, because the colours I've picked are so totally random, it will be interesting to see how it looks when it's finished, but I am enjoying it. And you know, I was determined to get to the end of that section, even though it was really, really long. But you know, this bit now that I know that all the other sections are smaller than that bit, you know, I think I'm going to be fine now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, George. That way. There we go. Okay. Let's put that to one side. And the next. Oh, this is a new one since last time. What have I done? I've done the socks, done the Felix Pullover, done the Vertex Unite. So this is a new cast on. Or what do you say if it's crochet? It's not cast on, is it, if it's crochet? I don't know what you call it. Anyway, a new crochet project that I talked about last time. Do you remember I showed you the big basket of Scapier's scrumptious yarn that I had left over from my huge blanket project, and I wanted to do a Granny Go Round jumper by Iron Lamb. So I have started that now, because I realised that I had so many knitting projects on the go, and once I'd finished that moonlit shawl, I didn't have anything else to crochet. Knitting seems to have taken over, even though I'm originally a crocheter. Knitting has been a new skill, I suppose, that I have been working on. But yeah, I've got so much knitting going on. I guess it's just because when you watch podcasts and things, it seems to be knitting that you see such a lot of. But yes, I'm here. So I started a crochet project is what I'm trying to say in a long way. Right, so this is in my lovely bag. It's like a Harlequin bag. This is by handmade by Crafty Little Pieces. You see that little tag on Etsy. And in here I have started my Granny Go Round jumper, and I'm using, so this is the label for one of the colours that I have. I don't have the colours that I'm using because most of the ball bands are lost now, because it was just that big bundle of random yarns. But this is the label that I have got, Scapier's Scrumptious, and it's made with recycled plastic bottles, which is really interesting. Yeah, it's 50% recycled polyester and 50% acrylic. It's DK weight, but it's I would say it's quite a thin DK weight. Let me show you an example. So here's a little bit of what I've got. So it's I would say that's quite a thin DK weight. Yeah, they've got lovely colour names. This one's from, I don't know which one it is, but it's called Mulled Wine Plum Cobbler, colour number 369. So yeah, they've got some really great names. Anyway, you want to see it, don't you? So I'm using a 4mm hook, and here is where I am so far. Where's the back? I can tell the back because all the ends are still attached. So that's where I've got to so far. Colours are looking really lovely. So I've used all the colours I've got so far, so I'm now kind of starting again, I think. Or is that the final colour? I think that, yeah, the colour I'm on now, I think that might be the final colour. So I've used every colour. So I'm just picking them out round. I did want to make sure I used them all in the first bit, and I'm going to sort of try and keep it as random as possible, but also try and have a little bit of contrast between the colours so that they stand out. Yeah, I haven't sewn. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of ends to weave in at the end. There they all are. Look, I think I should start doing that now. Otherwise, that's going to be a massive job, isn't it? But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's really nice and straightforward. Just round and round and round. I have tried it over my head. It does fit over my head. I'm making the size large. It goes up to 4XL, I think. Yeah, I'm making the size large. Of course, I didn't do any gauging or anything. I'm not very familiar with how to adapt to gauge. I know it's a maths thing, and my maths is okay, but I haven't got enough experience to be able to adapt things according to gauge. So what I'm hoping to do is just to keep going and sort of work it out as I go. It seems to be working okay, but because the yarn is slightly thinner than a regular DK, I think I am making more. What did I work out? I think I'm making more within the 4 inches than is recommended for the gauge. So I think that means that it will be, does that mean it'll be smaller? Oh, I don't know. This is what I mean. I struggle with gauge. Anyway, I can try it on as I go and adjust accordingly, hopefully. Hopefully that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, really enjoying that. Like the colours, nice autumnal pinks, browns, oranges. Yeah, looking really nice. So I am happy with how that is coming along. Okay, so that's everything that I've been working on over the last 3 weeks. I haven't done anything more on my Stansbury shawl yet. I was talking, wasn't I, about the slip knits and whether I was doing those right. I think the holes on one side were slightly different. Anyway, I haven't looked at it again since then, so that's going to be maybe something that I look at over the next 3 weeks, try and make some progress on that. And I also talked last time about my between the lines crochet shawl, using those Scapia's whirls, and I haven't done anything about that either, so nothing to report on those. So now we look at new things. I have got some new things. I think that's why 3 weeks seems to work out quite well for me. I'd love to podcast more often because I'm really enjoying it, but I want to have something to show you. And if I do it every 3 weeks, I've usually got at least one of my subscriptions to show you. So this week I've got 2, so that's good. So let's just get those. So I have 3 subscriptions that I subscribe to at the moment. One is the Blanket Club minis that you saw worked up into squares. And then I subscribe to the Lonely Knitter, to her We Got This subscription. So We Got This is the subscription that she has at the moment. So each month you get 3, or I've chosen 3 DK minis, and it comes with a little inspirational postcard each month, and a lovely sort of little message from Laura about the inspirational comment. So this month is "You Are Enough," which is a lovely, very important phrase. And the colours on that card obviously are beautifully matched to the colours for this month. So here are the colours. So it is a fade. So I think we went from here, yes, because it was pinks and purples, and then we got to this colour. So it's going into this lovely pale teal, but those are the 3 colours for this month with the stitch marker. Looking lovely. So as I've said before, don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they are lovely. So yeah, I'm going to wait until I've got them all, I think, before I decide what to do. Laura on her podcast, she's making a blanket. I think she's doing the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose. So she's using each mini for one half of the square for the Sweet Shop blanket, and then she's using I think it's like a grey colour, because she changed, didn't she? She started it and then she changed her mind. So I think she's using like a grey colour as the contrast colour for the other half of the square. But yeah, they're really nice. I don't know, some kind of I like the idea of doing a striped garment. I think I talk about this every time I show you, don't I? I have no idea what I'm going to make with them, is basically what I'm trying to say. And the idea is going round and round all the time. So I'm just looking forward to keep getting some inspirations and see where that will take me. My other subscription, sorry, rustling, let's get rid of that, is Blue Fern Yarns. Again, based in Norfolk again, Lonely Knitter Laura's based in Norfolk too. And it is the Gods and Goddesses Yarn Club, Greek Gods and Goddesses. So this month is Dionysus, and if you know Greek gods, you'll probably be able to predict what colours it's going to be. I always think of Dionysus and I think it's the wine, doesn't Dionysus? Oh, talking about something that I don't really know enough about to tell you. Anyway, here is the lovely colour. Really lovely plummy grape kind of colours. Some paler colour in there as well. Oh, what's that? I haven't noticed that bit before. Some purpley colours in there. And that lovely wine coloured mini. Yeah, lovely. Really, really nice. And there are a few other of this sort of tone. See, some of them have been sort of purpley bluey colours. Others have been sort of like a greeny colours. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with them, but yeah, I keep getting loads of ideas about what to do. I'm thinking of using 3 of them for a flat iron shawl, maybe another few for some garment where I can stripe through 3 colours. I think that would look really nice as well. So I've got loads of plans for these, haven't started using them yet, so I'm just keeping them all together so far. Yeah, so that is lovely, enjoying that club too. Okay, so plans, as it's the beginning of the month, I have made some plans for July. So I haven't actually got any new cast-ons in plan, but that's not surprising, is it, considering I've got 2 whips that I haven't done anything with. So my plans for July are to finish my socks, to finish section 2 on my Vertex Unite. I'll have June squares coming. I'll have the June minis from Suzanne coming soon, so I'd obviously want to get those done in July. I'd like to finish the body of my Felix sweater so that I can then get on with the sleeves. Actually, I didn't write this down, but maybe I did just say to you, didn't I, that I was going to do some work on the Stansbury shawl, so perhaps I better add that. I will add that in as well. Yeah, those are my plans for the rest of July. Right, what else? Life stuff. Well, what have I been enjoying? I finished Shuggy Bane, the book that I was reading. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I gave it 3 stars. Yeah, it was good. It was a good book. It was interesting, sad, interesting, and well written. So yeah, I liked it. 3 stars. Sort of, I tend to give in my star ratings, if I liked it, and you know, I'd happily read another one by that author or something similar, then it's 3 stars. Obviously, if I absolutely loved it, 4 or 5, and then any less if it's not something that I particularly enjoyed. And the next one I didn't particularly enjoy. So I had started listening to We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cliver. I didn't really, 1 star I gave it. I did finish it, but I was very close. I just wasn't interested in how it was going to end. It didn't really I think it was supposed to be scary. I didn't find it that, it was weird. It was creepy, but I don't know whether I missed something, but I mean, it is that, at the end of the day, it's my loss, isn't it? If I didn't find the joy in it, then that's my loss. Other people, I'm sure, will have found the joy in that book, but it wasn't really for me. So that was 1 star for that one for me. I'm currently reading, I did remember to bring it this time, so With My Eyes, I'm reading The Glass House by Eve Chase. Just in the early stages still. I've read a few of Eve Chase's books before and really enjoyed them. So I'll always happily pick up any of her books. Yeah, this one is I'm enjoying so far. The beginning of it, I didn't know this at the time, but the beginning of it is part of it is set in the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire, and part of my childhood was spent in the Forest of Dean. So instantly I was intrigued as to what was going to be. I don't know if there's any particular places. I don't recognise any of the specific places that are mentioned, but just to know that it was set in a place that I'm familiar with is nice. Yeah, shall I read you the blurb? When the Harrington family discovers an abandoned baby deep in the woods, they decide to keep her a secret and raise her as their own. But within days, a body is found in the grounds of their house and their perfect new family implodes. So it's set in 2 times. So the other time zone is years later. Sylvie, seeking answers to nagging questions about her life, is drawn into the wild, beautiful woods where nothing is quite what it seems. Will she unearth the truth, and dare she reveal it? So yeah, enjoying that so far, and I have no doubt that it will be 3 stars or more, because Eve Chase's books usually are, so fingers crossed. Okay, and the book that I am listening to is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. It's okay. It's the main character, Tova, works a night shift at an aquarium, and she's had some bereavement and some loss in her life, and there becomes a friendship between her and a giant ocean octopus? Can't remember the name of the breed now, but the breed, that's not the right word. Anyway, the type of octopus, I think it's a giant ocean octopus or something like that. So she befriends him, Marcellus. So yeah, it's a bit about that. Some other characters involved as well. Yeah, I'm enjoying that so far. Watching, finished whatever I was watching last time. What was it? What did I tell you about last time? I've got my notes here. Yeah, The Last of Us. We finished Wolf Hall. Yeah, so watch it. We're just really on Game of Thrones at the moment. Obviously, there's such a lot to watch. It's my husband's 3rd time watching, my first. So we've just finished season 4. So just about to start season 5, and it's okay. It's fine. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying it together anyway. And when he's not around, I have gone back to the most recent series of Doctor Who, which is, I know it's been out a while now, but it's taken me a long time to get to it. So yeah, I'm about 3 episodes in to that. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, enjoying the new Doctor. He's not new anymore, but he's really great. So yes, I'm enjoying that. And other life stuff. Well, as you know, I'm a teacher, so we're coming to the end of the school year. Only 2 weeks to go. It's a bit of a strange one for me this year, because I'm actually leaving my current job and moving to another school, much more local to me. It's very strange, because I've been at that school for 13 years, and it's the only I trained there as well, so it's the only school I've ever worked at. So it's a big change. But as I said before, my first episode, it's my 50th year, so it is a year for making changes. So one of those changes is to try something new. I'm going to be leading maths, which you may find funny considering what I mentioned earlier about Gauge. But yes, I'll be leading maths at my new school and teaching in year 4. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've had my transition morning, so I met my new class, who were lovely. And now the news is public, so my current class, my current school know that I'm leaving now as well, so hence being able to share that on the podcast. I know that sounds weird, because I've only got a small group of viewers, but you just never know. These things have to stay in-house until the right time. So yeah, so that's happening. I've also got my daughter's going to be coming home from university very soon. She has finished her course. We're just waiting to hear her final result. And yeah, she's going to be moving home gradually over the next few weeks. She's only in Portsmouth, which is not too far from home, so she has access to a car now, so she can go back and forth and bring some of her things back slowly, and then I'll go down and move out all the big things after I've finished, so just after 2 weeks. So yeah, next time I film, I expect we will be a household of 4 adults, which will be strange because when she first went to university, my son was only 16, so he was still a child. And now she's coming back and he's 19. So yeah, we will be a household of four adults. So I'm really looking forward to her coming home, however, but yes, it's going to be a very different experience, having 4 of us living, working, making dinners, watching TV, those kind of things. So yeah, but I am looking forward to having her back. And I'm very proud of what she's achieved in those 3 years. Okay, well, I think that is everything. Please like and subscribe. I know I've said all this at the beginning, haven't I? I've forgotten what I've said. Like and subscribe, please, and share if you can. Comment below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And to those people who who have commented on all the podcasts, thank you so much. It's really nice to hear from you, and I look forward to being in touch with you again after this one. So take care, everybody, and I will see you next time.